It's Runtime. So here's everything that happened in Indian tech over the last 24 hours. First of all, just when OpenAI needed Stripe the most, they dropped the ball in a big way. And this is on OpenAI's help page for ChatGPT Go. We experienced an issue where UPI payments were temporarily unavailable, and we are gradually reactivating the payment method, but it may not yet be accessible to all users. Full resolution is expected within 12 to 24 hours. And this outage has forced OpenAI to suspend UPI as a payment option just hours after they announced that all users in India will now see prices for subscriptions in Indian rupees and can now pay through UPI. Now, shout out to Arti Singh, who broke this story over at the head and tail, but this was really supposed to be a huge moment for OpenAI. This has been in the works for a while. Sam Altman even went on a podcast with Nikhil Kamath, so this wasn't random. This was part of a much larger India push that OpenAI was doing, but they've been brought to their knees now by Stripe. And Anmol Maini, one of the GPs at Untitled Ventures, thinks that OpenAI should have gone with Razorpay on this one. I don't really know what's causing this outage. OpenAI's disclosure doesn't give anything away here, but I have to imagine it's just because of the sheer volume of people who are subscribing to ChatGPT Go via UPI in India. India is OpenAI's second largest market after the United States, and so it's not surprising to me that India has given OpenAI the hug of death here. All right, next up, the Dhruv Rathee situation keeps getting worse. Niladri, the person who created Open Fiesta, an open source version of Dhruv Rathee's AI Fiesta, uploaded a video on X claiming that AI Fiesta is using GPT-4 and saying it's GPT-5, and using Claude 3.5 Sonnet and saying that it's Sonnet 4. And I'll just play you this video here. This is translated from Hindi to English using HeyGen, so there might be a little bit of jank, but check it out.
Hey guys, the new startup launched by Dhruv Rathee is a complete scam. It's a complete hoax. Don't pay $9.99. I did, and I truly suffered greatly because of it. Look, the fundamental problem actually starts when you ask every single model for its specific version. I asked ChatGPT, hey there, which particular version are you currently running? It said GPT-4, which shouldn't be the case. It should be GPT-5. Then I asked Google Gemini, this issue must be happening to a lot of you, that Gemini simply wasn't replying to my queries. Now it is replying. But if you ask Gemini as well, which version are you? It too says ChatGPT GPT-4. And if you ask DeepSeek, it also says ChatGPT GPT-4. If you ask Claude, it says right at the top that this is the Claude Sonnet 4 model. But if you ask which model are you, it says Claude Sonnet 3.5. If you ask Grok, it says Grok 2, and I have the screenshots. I will prove it to you. I checked this just yesterday. The links will be in the description. I've created a dedicated Google Drive folder, and all the numerous photos, along with all the detailed screenshots I took, I've conveniently pasted them all there. You can go and check it. The most, truly horrible thing is that I commented about this just yesterday on Dhruv Rathee's video. And what they did is they deliberately deleted my comment, not just once, but 2 separate times. I commented the first time, expressing my thoughts clearly. I saw that it got deleted instantly. Then I commented a second time and it got deleted instantly. Now this is really bad because it's manipulation. Before someone pays that $99, they'll go and read the comments on the video to see if it's good, bad, what people are saying. If you remove the negative comments, people will think that this is a really good product. Everyone is only saying good things about it. Isn't that right? So this is straight up manipulation. So this is a scam. And the second thing is that I went to its community page and tried to post something there. So many people were facing problems. Look, someone was saying they didn't know about the token system. Dhruv Rathee didn't mention it. It's true, if there's a token system, it should have been in the video. He didn't say anything.
People are also now attempting to hack AI Fiesta. Arti Singh found out that AI Fiesta relies heavily on Supabase with minimal backend security, and most logic is client-driven, making it easy to manipulate requests, which is why people were able to create a Chrome extension called AI Fiesta Unlimited in order to send unlimited messages to the LLMs on AI Fiesta, which also allows people to use AI Fiesta indefinitely without paying, simply by blocking a specific network request. You can also manipulate the request payload, so basically changing the model parameter in the request allows free accounts to use premium models, and the backend doesn't properly verify user entitlements before serving paid features. Also, Ankit, the guy who hacked into Byju's during that whole White Hat Jr. Pradeep Punia situation way back in the day, he commented and said that his gripe with Dhruv Rathee is that he made an Indian wrapper and didn't add an Indian LLM. And so my question is, Dhruv, where is Sarvam? This is also my favorite meme of the week. I'm so sorry, Krutram, Sarvam. All right, next up in the news here, Astrophel Aerospace, a Pune-based space tech startup that is building affordable, dedicated launch vehicles for small satellites, has signed a framework MOU with InSpace to access ISRO's facilities. And they'll be using these facilities for technical reviews, system-level testing, and for qualification support for their semi-cryogenic propulsion systems. Astrophel is going to be collaborating with ISRO experts on specific projects that require additional support, design validation, and testing, and their launch vehicle, Astra, will be a two-stage optional kick-stage rocket powered by 9 in-house engines. And in August of 2023, they actually became one of the few private companies in India to independently develop and successfully test-fire a semi-cryogenic engine, which they called Potentia, and this was all done without any external funding, which is pretty incredible. All right, next up, just a quick update from a hardware founder, Vishal Tejwani, who is the founder of placestation and Build ASAP Smart Homes, has officially shipped his first international order. So placestation is a pick-and-place machine that automatically assembles and builds PCBs. And I'll just put this video on screen so that you can see how it works. But the big problem being solved here is that normally if you want to build PCBs as an Indian company, really the only option that makes financial sense is to get it done in China. But with placestation, you're able to get PCBs done extremely quickly, which means that it might actually be viable now to do this in India. And Vishal has ambitious plans to expand the scope of the automations that he's offering to his customers by automating the solder paste stenciling process too, as well as the solder melting process with an automated reflow oven. So that's all going to probably come in the future, and you could actually have an end-to-end PCB assembly factory in your living room at some point thanks to placestation. All right, next up, I wanted to go through some of the projects that builders have been working on over at the AltSpace AI Residency in the Himalayas. So AltSpace is going to be hosting their Demo Day Investor Showcase on Friday, the 22nd of August. And so here are some of the teams that are going to be demoing on that day. First of all, we have Mixio Pro, which is a platform that offers AI-powered photo shoots for fashion and jewelry brands with an emphasis on product consistency over multiple images. Then after that, we have Monade AI, which is offering voice and text AI for sales teams to make calls, send messages, and follow up with prospects across multiple channels. And one of their USPs is that the AI voice agent that they're using sounds remarkably human. Next, we've got Dictation Daddy, which transcribes your voice into applications like email, Slack, and WhatsApp, but it does so with proper formatting and punctuation and cuts out a lot of the filler words and unnecessary repetition that often comes with conversational speech. After that, we've got Spectrify, an AI co-pilot for Indian investors that unifies research, summaries, and real-time alerts. Then we've got Visible AI, an AI search analytics platform to boost brand visibility across ChatGPT, Perplexity, and other LLMs with search. And this is actually called AEO, by the way. That's Answer Engine Optimization. And it's basically SEO, but for AI assistance. Next, we've got Bug Owl AI, an AI-driven no-code UI automation testing platform for web and mobile apps. And then after that, we've got Windushi, which is an AI-native layer for scalable handwritten answer evaluation. And this is being built for UPSC, AP exams, bar exams, and a bunch of other exams too. And then finally, we've got Chatify GPT, which is basically ChatGPT for online stores, allowing users to deploy smart chatbots on Wix and Shopify. And I'll go through a couple more of these AltSpace resident projects in tomorrow's tech news video, but that's everything that I have for you all today. I really hope that you enjoyed this installment, this episode of Runtime, and I'll catch you in the next one.